Sometimes I wonder if our technologically driven world has made us lazy or if it's normal for us to depend on the tools that are presented to us. The existence of smart devices and social media together has made the phrase ignorance is bliss go out of style. I say this because we now live in a time where the world is at our fingertips. Anything that we want to know, we can discover in that very moment because of the internet. And over the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, the world has seen many protests and pleas for equality from people of color and multiple ethnic groups. The Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate organizations are just two that can be widely recognized from this time period. Furthermore, social media has seen an influx of activism and spread of hatred. With that being said, it's important to note how many people have begun posting things to indicate that they are supporting these organizations in support of minority lives when they only want to uphold their reputations. The definition of slacktivism is the practice of supporting a political or social cause by means such as social media or online petitions, characterized as involving very little effort. I believe that online activism is slacktivism because it causes individuals to be performative, it allows misinformation to be easily spread, and it opens up the possibility of people being scammed. Being an activist, just for your followers to see, is a perfect example of how life behind social media isn't always what it seems. For example, going to protests just to take photos of yourself while you're there so that you can later upload them is deceiving and untruthful. MarquetteWire.org says that occurrences such as Blackout Tuesday can turn activism into a trend rather than a movement. When activism became a trend and a competition, people eventually got bored of it. And it's pretty simple to get caught up in certain things just to say that it was done on social media, because we now live in a world where hashtags, posts, and stories allow people to say if they're an activist or not. Not only is it offensive to the people who are in need, but it takes away from their cause. It also shows who has the privilege to be able to go to an event like this just because you want to take photos or be seen there for social clout. Individuals that are fighting for their rights should not have to worry about false information being spread on top of the stress that they might be already experiencing. It has become so easy to repost certain things on your social media account that are not true. Not knowing the facts and behind a controversial topic can do more harm than good if you're spreading that information to your followers as well. People who share false information are more likely distracted and lazy rather than biased, according to MIT Sloan professor David Rand and his co-author Gordon Pennycook. Although smartphones give us the ability to fact check what is seen on social media, people do not often take that to their advantage and take what they're reading at face value most of the time. That's where an issue arises, because most people know that a good portion of the information that we come across may be fake news, but it's harder to tell when it aligns with your views as an individual person. People have the tendency to believe things that they see on on the internet that are not true, but they still believe them just because they're more far-fetched. Many people on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter have reposted accounts that say that they're fighting for a cause that either doesn't exist or they've been scammed into making large donations of money, and these organizations are fake, like they're not even real. It's extremely common nowadays to see fake accounts claiming to do something for the cause, like planting a foot of trees for every like, or liking and reposting. Pew Research Center says roughly 3/4 of U.S. adults, 77%, say that the statement, "social media distracts people from issues that are truly important," describes these platforms correctly. And then the opposite, 35% of people saying that they think that these issues are being described well on these platforms. The creators of these accounts have been known to solicit money from people, as well as shift the narrative and fabricate solutions that do not help the cause but distract people from what's actually happening. With that being said, fake accounts that scam users into reposting and boosting the reachability only hurts people in need and distracts the general public from the issue at hand. In conclusion, online activism is more likely doing it, they mean well, but it does have its advantages, but it still does not change how much bigger the problem becomes because of online activism. I believe that online activism is slacktivism because it causes individuals to be performative, misinformation can easily be spread, and it opens up the possibility of being scammed. Although it's with the times to post and share, nothing beats going to a protest, fact-checking your information, and recognizing the privilege that comes with not having to protest for your equality like some of the people in our lives might have to do. Thank you.